Watchmen. So Watchmen stars an ensemble cast including Billy Crudup, Jackie Earle Haley, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Patrick Wilson, and those are the only names that I know. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know every single actor's their names by memory. So if there's one thing I try to do my best with is being honest with you, all of you lovely people, my subscribers. So, and this movie is directed by none other than Zack Snyder. So, what is Watchmen all about? So, in this film, it is a in this film, it is a dark and Watchmen is a dark and dystopian deconstruction of the superhero genre. The film is set in an alternate history in the year 1985 at the height of the Cold War as a group of mostly retired American superheroes investigates the murder of one of their own, which is the death of the comedian at the beginning of this film, before uncovering an elaborate and deadly conspiracy while their moral limitations are challenged by the complex nature of the circumstances. So, the production and the development, this movie went through a lot of shit during the production and the development of this film. You know, it began development at 20th Century Fox. It had like producer, and then it went over to Warner Brothers Pictures. And then there was a thing with Paramount Pictures. Like, it was all over the place. You know, there was some, let's just say, disagreements and situation issues with the producers, the decision of hiring Zack Snyder and the studios. So there was a lot of there was a lot of issues, and also because of budgets. Excuse me. And there was also some budgets disputes. But anyway, just like his previous film 300, Zack Snyder closely modeled his storyboards on the comic, but chose not to shoot all of Watchmen using green screens and opted for real sets instead. So yeah. So this movie came out, and when it came out, it polarized fans and critics. The style, everyone loved the style, but Zack Snyder was accused of making an action film that lacked the subtlety and wit of the comic book, of the Watchmen comic book, the source material. And, there was an ultimate cut of the movie which incorporated the animated comic Tales of the Black Freighter into the narrative as it was in the original graphic novel, lengthening the runtime to 3 hours and 35 minutes. The director cut was better received than the theatrical cut, so there's that. So, this movie, here are some things that I personally take away as positives. I say it is a very faithful adaptation to Alan Moore's graphic novel, of the source material. You can see Zack Snyder is trying his best, to take scenes from the comics books and translating them into live action. He's trying his best. He's doing his best, and I will give him the appreciation, and I will give him that. I will say, the thing about Zack Snyder, and you know this, all of you know this if you are a fan of Zack Snyder, he is an amazing visual artist. Zack Snyder is an amazing visual artist. If you want a director that really brings the visuals to life, you should hire Zack Snyder. But the thing is, Zack Snyder, I feel like he struggles when it comes to balancing the visuals along with the narrative story of the film. And most of his movies have received a lot of mixed, reviews and reception from the critics and fans alike. So I will say this, the movie is visually stunning and gorgeous. I love the backgrounds. I love, especially the opening of this film with such the opening credits are perfectly done. Not only did it tell us about the universe that we're looking into, that we're being introduced to, but where this film is taking place, and it all handles the slow motion very well with Bob Dylan's song playing in the background. It's amazing. And great performances from all the actors all around. I mean, like Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach, Billy Crudup as fucking Dr. Manhattan, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the comedian. Those are like the top three performances, performances in this film, in my opinion. And then this film, what a decade later, 2019. This movie came out in 2009. A decade later, 2019, before the pandemic happened, a year before the pandemic happened and everything was forced to shut down, we had the HBO TV show, the HBO TV show of the same name, which created some original characters, was amazing. I saw it. I think it's a one and done. I don't think there is a season 2 of the Watchmen TV show. I'm pretty sure the director or the showrunner said that it was like a one and done thing. So yeah, but that show, that HBO Watchmen TV show, does take place several years after the film. And that I feel like that show is better than the film. So yeah. However, I felt like one of my negative issues I have with the film, one of the issues I have with the film, is that I felt like the narrative, like the story of this film, wasn't structured very well. If you know what I mean, like, I don't know, it felt deconstructed. Like, it's just, I didn't like how it was structured. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Um, like the I will well the sex scenes. Another thing I want to say is that the sex scenes definitely took. I remember the first the first time I watched the film. Here's something you should know. This movie came out in 2009. I was 9 years old at the time, and I didn't see the movie until like I was 13 years old. Like, I was underage. This movie is rated R, and I saw this movie underage. When I There are some scenes and language that a young little kid should not see, but but it was too late. I was exposed to it, and I can't take it back. Man, I it's like glued in my head. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much, I don't want to drag this on too much, but that's pretty much all I have to say for Watchmen. Um, you know, Great performances, amazing, stunning visual effects from the one and only Zack Snyder, but unfortunately, this movie is a victim of, you know, amazing visuals, but not a great structured story, narrative wise and all that. But yeah, if you've seen Watchmen, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Um, Thank you so much for taking time to listening to my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see all of you lovely people really soon.